This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Center Park Stadium in Atlanta, home to the Georgia State Panthers. As we'll see, the Stallions taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Stallions ready to get this thing started and open the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Georgia State's offense will go on the attack first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes. And guys, we just got to run.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Let's talk for a second about Georgia State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players in the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stallions offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock. It would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it.
So, their quarterback is a 74 overall. Awareness is 72. Throw power, accuracies, they're okay. They're okay. Awareness is a little higher. I mean, our quarterback's about even. Let's see how it plays.
Try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He's got an open man. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The Stallions are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's McGowan. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Georgia State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
I think you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay. If they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. And the Stallions will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Send the tight end in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The sure hands, it's Robinson. There he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They're going to run it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the run, it's Braswell. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Panthers are marching down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Under fire. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle at Simmons. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. They go to the ground. It's a seam wide open.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Stallions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give from the gun. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And the Stallions have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Williams.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Stallions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Rushes on him. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still running at the 40. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make a big gain.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Makes the catch. It's Hurst. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 13 over the Stallions. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got him downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Tripped up for the tackle. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
And the Stallions line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Caught on the outside. It's Wild. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, going up top. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Atlanta. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hurst. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the give off the left side. Nice move to pick up yardage. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. He might want another play. Tight end now in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes. Lowers those pads. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. The Stallions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's McGowan. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Stallions are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got it. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Stallions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The lone back's got it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking for room at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The run to the left. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
And the Stallions are moving quickly down the field. The give on the inside. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pick up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Stallions come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll take it himself. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And now the offense just said, oh, you don't think he's going to run it? You're not going to account for him? I'll do that. Great job taking advantage of the numbers. When you're an offense and you have a quarterback that can do this occasionally, it just puts that little bit of doubt in my head, makes me play it a little bit more on defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Complete downfield. Gashing the D on the right. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the handoff. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
They'll run for it. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Riles. Turning it on. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. And the Panthers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Pocket breaking down. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Roberts. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, and they're going to win this game.
He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab, ready for the first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there.
Oh, a lot of space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking to throw again. Big fella moving. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Stallions. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Gonna run it. It's Ward. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Stallions want to move quickly.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Stallions have put themselves in dire straits after that last away at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. And they...
Wobbly duck coming out of there. I mean, my guys don't make those plays.
Point at that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort to grab, and they keep the drive alive.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Stallions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They'll give it to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
A special teams penalty cost the D 15 yards as we start this drive. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Quick strike complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. The Stallions are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. on the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Polligan, Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Memphis Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. You could win a lot of trivia challenges if you ask how has it been since Memphis had a losing season. They've reeled off 11 straight winning campaigns, and Ryan Silverfield does it without big-time recruits.
No.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense has to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And on second down for this offense. Lewis to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Caught over the middle, it's Cross. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Converts on fourth down, still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Not even 2 minutes in, and they're already in the red zone. It's first and 10 from the 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He's got it on the run. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go. The Tigers trying to cash it in on first and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
He did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia State's offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys. And if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Turning on the Jets. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the 1st down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
Catch in the middle. It's Braswell. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Panthers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Panthers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's loose. It's a running room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Memphis picking up the tempo.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Tigers are on the move. This time they'll go to the running game. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the tailback. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Robinson. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. There he goes. Open it up. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then execute.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Memphis. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for space. It's Braswell. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. The Panthers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
These situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my punt unit on the field. I gotta bow up, prove.
Makes a grab past the marker. Wide open spaces. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Keeps it on the draw. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
They'll run the sneak for it. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line, they can run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure he was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Give to the running back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the field goal unit is on the field. No good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be there.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Lewis to throw. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and stood.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come.
There he goes. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Riles. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hurst. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Touchdown, Georgia State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half. When you've got to have an execution, it's got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
It's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success though.
It's a seam wide open. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Panthers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The Panthers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Working that left side now. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it'll be down right there. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Handoff from the gun. There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. And the Tigers heading quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. Hold down after a pickup of 5, but they knock that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough and they'll mark it at the 23. First down, 10 yards to go. Leaves it with a back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Catch in the middle. It's Thompson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Lewis wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Intercepted to stop the threat. Inside the 50. Past the 30. The 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia State. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Arkansas State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Creates a little space. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lewis to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The give on the option. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, and it'll be first and goal from the one.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They take the lead with the 6.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48. And this offense is rolling. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, a lot of... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Panthers. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This should be the last play of the quarter. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On and short. They'll try to pick it up with the pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. He'll pull it on the read. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Memphis. And they've moved out front here on the fourth.
Man, I love this offense.
Look at that. Oh, good night. That was well played. Well played.
Able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the point after is good. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line.
Because I don't think my own line is actually my best old line out here. Left guard. See the hurdle line? Yeah, see it's the hurdle line. So Patterson has to come out. Okay. You guys are doing this to me again, huh? My center, the best center, yes. Right tackle. My right tackle. I'm not good. I am not good at the tackle. Oh boy. Well, let's see if this helps. I don't expect it to help, but
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. On the run, it's Robinson. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Panthers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a first down.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Get it out on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give out of the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged on the outside, it's Robinson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a first down.
The most important thing is they were able to get the first down. I don't care how you get it, how many yards you get it by, so you're staying on the field, but you know the sense of urgency now has gone up even a little bit more because you've got to score.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up.
Touchdown, Panthers! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for them.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Grabbed over the middle. It's crossed. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Got his man downfield. Turning on the Jets. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Lewis to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football, but there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring a touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show...
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Park Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Blue Hens will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Panthers offense will have the first possession of the game. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
And you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this range. Is concentrate on one thing, making the catch. So Delaware's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pulls it in. It's Silver. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and to get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Takes a handoff. It's Braswell. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. To the ground with the back. He's loose. Got the first down and more. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Blue Hens are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try.
Lots of running room. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Blue Hens trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying.
Trying to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. Lining up for the PAT.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. He really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Wild. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, a big reason for that. But this offense wants a chance to win. They have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Gets the back moving. Using his legs. It's Silver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
That's caught. It's Silver. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Fires to the big fella. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Final play of the quarter coming. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Motion from the wideout. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Wide open spaces. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback. And
Gonna take a shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. High the chains now on 2nd and long.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Simmons. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
guys have the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. There he goes. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia State. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step one to get them back in the ball game.
On the run from inside his own 5.
The return is moved in at the 19.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
To the air on second down. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Blue Hens look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Hens will line it up on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Kelly. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
And the Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got it behind the line. It's Patterson. Hits a seam wide open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Blue Hens back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Catch in the middle. It's Patterson. Touchdown, Blue Hens! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. The home team is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has shown little to no mercy today, and they look like they're moving in for the finishing blow. They're trailing by 21 to SMU. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfires squared. On the last play, they'll go back to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wild. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. They boot it away. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Here we go, here we go. To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today. This one from 34 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Atlanta. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20.
And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park.
There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. release on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He'll be getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Patterson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Connection to the right. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On the ground, it's Silver. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Leaves it with the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Finds a tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down and brings up 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dan.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. With the catch, it's Patterson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on!
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice right there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks.
Really bad.
Out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Brown will throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Open spaces. Touchdown, Georgia State. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Wants to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Simmons. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself in the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, if you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Blue Hens getting set on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kelly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Makes the grab. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets into the 40, and it's a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the back. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. And Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Rides the back on the option, the give. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throwing vertically downfield.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. The field goal is no good. So guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead. Still a 17-point cushion. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick handoff. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for room. It's Robinson. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Holds and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work. Be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Leaves it with the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Quarterback gets the first down. Oh, out of space. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 3rd down.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Pulls and fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's LeBoy. Oh, he's got some space. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's first down at the 27. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. So now it's 2nd and long. Military stunt. Unloads quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way. And we look pretty good.
Opening play on this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Building momentum, picking up the chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. Brown will throw it. With the catch, it's Riles. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.